Good morning students. In previous chapter, in fourth chapter, we learn about the Delhi Sultanate, which dynasty rule over in Delhi. In this chapter, chapter number 5, we learn about the administration, society and culture under the Delhi Sultanate. So we will learn about the culture, society, administration in this chapter about the Delhi Sultanate. So first topic under this is society. Which type of society was there during that time under the Delhi Sultanate? So the society during the Sultanate period was divided into 4 classes. How many classes? 4 classes. So 4 classes were there. Under the first class, only the nobility and high officials were there. So noble people, nobility and high officials. Officials means high officers, those who are in high post, high rank, those who led a luxurious life, that come under the first class. Clear? Then second class, under the second class, a second important group were the ulemas and the Hindu priest. So ulemas and Hindu priest were the second class of society. They were the second people. They just advised the Sultan on different matters related to administration and society. Then the third category of group belongs to the dwellers, consisted of officials, merchants and artisans. So third group of officials, merchants and artisans. So all artisans, merchants, officials will come under the third category. Clear? First is nobility and high officers, those who are in rich. Then ulema and Hindu priest who advise the Sultan on carrying out administration work. Third category of officials, merchants and artisans who were economically well-to-do. They were good in economically. Then the common people or peasants. So fourth category come under the fourth category, fourth class, common people and peasants. Peasantry means peasants, farmers who come under this category. Most of the burden of heavy taxes burden imposed on this class, common people and peasantry, and they also had to bear the suffering of natural calamities. So total 4 classes were there in the society. Clear? During this period, rigid caste systems were there, and means rigid caste system means one class peoples were not allowed to marry or make relations with other class. So rigid caste systems were there under the society. Clear? That is another point. 4 group of classes are there. Next is rigid caste system prevalent during that time. Then position of women. Position of women. Women's positions during that time was very poor. Women were not allowed to get education, as well as social evils also prevalent during that time, like a practice of child marriage and sati. So child marriage and sati system. Sati system, these type of social evils prevalent during that time. Child marriage means during the below age, means during childhood age, the marriage of child were there during that Delhi Sultanate. Then sati system also prevalent during that time. One of the traveler, Ibn Battuta. So Ibn Battuta was name of the one of the traveler, Moroccan traveler, who reached India during the Delhi Sultanate period, during that time, and what he saw a horrible scene during that time, that one woman was burning herself in the funeral pyre of her husband. During the death of his husband, he also burned herself into the funeral pyre, and one dream this practice was doing on that area, and drum beating was also done. So this scene was belonged to sati. That system is known as a sati system, that woman had to burn herself on the funeral pyre of her husband. So this type of social evil practice were there, and that evidence was saw by the Ibn Battuta, Moroccan traveler. Clear? Now we will talk about the administration. So society, 4 classes were there. Caste system rigid, Then evil practice like child marriage and sati system was prevalent during this time in the society. Now administration, we will talk about the administration. Under the administration, the most powerful was the Sultan. Sultan was the most powerful person, and the Sultan office was the most important in the Sultanate. So in his office, Sultan was one who deal with the political, legal, religious and social, means all type of military also, all type of powers vested in the hand of Sultan, military also. Clear? So under the administration, the main powerful person was the Sultan, and all the power related to military field, political field, legal, religious, social, all these type of powers vested in the hand of Sultan. So the power of Sultan was based on the military force. So the administration under this Delhi Sultan, the administration was run under various departments. So various department was built by the sultans during that time for their help. Those who and each department was come under one officer. One officer was appointed who supervised the work of the department. So different department was there. Important one, we have to learn the name of department also. Like first is Diwan-e Wazarat. So Diwan-e Wazarat means revenue department. Revenue department, the one in charge was appointed who collect the revenue. That department name is Diwan-e, was the Diwan-e Wazarat, means revenue department, and headed by chief minister called Wazir. So one person appointed who supervise the work of revenue department, that person is known as Wazir. Wazir means the chief minister. Clear? Now next department is Diwan-e Arj. Diwan-e Arj. The next department name is Diwan-e Arj, that means the military department, like Diwan-e Wazarat revenue department, Diwan-e Arj military department. Clear? So all the military functions done by this department means recruitment of soldiers, equipments, and payment of salaries also done by this department, military department, Diwan-e Arj name of that department, and that department was headed by R.J. Mumalik. So R.J. Mumalik was the name of the person who was appointed to supervise the work of this department. Clear? Next department is Diwan-e Risalat. Third one, Diwan-e Risalat. So first is Diwan-e Wazarat revenue department, second is Diwan-e Arj military department, third is Diwan-e Risalat. Diwan-e Risalat dealing with religious matter. Clear? That deal with the religious matter. Only religious matters were discussed under this department, and function also done like that. And who was supervised this? Chief Sadr means Chief Qazi. Chief Qazi was appointed to supervise the work of who deal with the religious matter of this department. Next, fourth department, the important department, that is Diwan-e Insha. Diwan-e Insha. So Diwan-e Insha, that department dealt with the domestic as well as foreign correspondence. Clear? So domestic and foreign correspondence done by this Diwan-e Insha. Clear? So total 4 departments were there. Rather than this department, Muqaddam was there who managed the village administration. Clear? Means Sarpanch. All the function of Sarpanch done by the Muqaddam. So Muqaddam is also one of the important person. Muqaddam. Clear? Muqaddam means village administration managed by this person. Next, Munsif and Patwari. One is Munsif, another one is Patwari. Clear? that ministers were appointed to look after the different departments. One is Muqaddam, who look after the village administration, Munsif, who supervised the account of the village, and Patwari, who kept the record of expenditures. So 3 different persons were there. Clear? So total 4 main departments were there. Diwane Wazarat, Diwane Insha, Diwane Risalat and Diwane Arj. And after that 3 important Muqaddam, Munsif and Patwari appointed to look after the village administration. Now next is Ekta system. The Ekta system. Ekta means land. So this system related to land. Under the Ekta system, the system means the system of granting revenue for a piece of land. In place of land, the revenue was granted for the only piece of land. This system was introduced under the Delhi Sultanate, and one officer appointed to collect the revenue instead of money only, in place of money only piece of land taken by that. Under this system, one officer was appointed. The name of that officer is Iqtadar. Clear? Iqtadar, the name of the officer who collect the revenue from the salary. From the revenue, another part of the revenue was spent on the maintaining of the soldiers. Clear? So that revenue was collected by the Iqtadar and spent on different purpose. One share was given to the Sultan and another share was spent on salaries of different officers. Clear? Next is economy. We'll talk about the economy. Which type of economy was there under this under the Delhi Sultanate? So inland and overseas, both type of trade was there during that time. Delhi, Daulatabad, Lahore, all these were great trading center. So Delhi, Daulatabad, and one more is that is Lahore. Trading center. To learn the name of a trading center also, in 2 marks they will ask the name of the trading centers were Delhi, Daulatabad and Lahore. Clear? So India developed trade relation with the in India also as well as outside the India, means foreign also. So relation with the Europe, China, Central Asia, Afghanistan and Bhutan. So his trade relation was there in India, in inland also as well as overseas, means outside the Indian land also was made by the Delhi Sultans. Clear? Now during that time one more thing is that coins issues. In previous chapter we learned that silver coins, which is known as tanka, was started during that time by different Delhi Sultanate by Iltutmish. Mainly Iltutmish started the tanka, which is a silver coin, and that also have much value during that time. Now next is cultural development. Under the cultural development, we will learn about the which type of buildings built by different rulers in Delhi. So architecture. First is architecture. So the architecture of this period was blend of Hindu and Muslim style, though both Hindu style as well as Muslim style was adopted by the artisans in their work. So Hindu, mixture of Hindu plus Muslim style was there. So that mixture Hindu and Muslim style was known as Indo-Islamic style. What we call to that? Indo-Islamic style. So that style was adopted by the artisans during that time, and Muslim ruler employed Hindu craftsmen who use Indian decorative styles in the construction of their buildings, Muslim buildings. Clear? So the most important under the most important architectural features, one is arc and another one is dome. They mainly use dome shape was used by them, like that shape was adopted by them in their building. Clear? So construction, under the construction, first building was that is Qutub Minar. Qutub Minar. The construction of Qutub Minar was started by Qutbuddin Aibak and the construction work finished by Iltutmish. Clear? So that is the main building. Another one is Quat ul Islam Mosque. Quat ul Islam Mosque, and one more is there, that mosque is in Delhi. Then another one is Adhai Din Ka Jhopra. Adhai Din Ka Jhopra, that was in Ajmer. Clear? So Qutub Minar, Quatul Islam Mosque and Adhai Din Ka Jhopra, these three main architectural features were there in the Sultanate. Clear? Now next is Tughlaqabad Fort. Tughlaqabad Fort was built by Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq. He established the third historical city of Delhi. Next, building of Sikandar Lodi. Sikandar Lodi was a second important ruler of the Lodi dynasty, and his tomb was built by his son Ibrahim Lodi, which was situated into Lodi Garden in Delhi. Clear? Now next we will talk about the painting. Under the painting was the another form of art which was flourished during the medieval period. So miniature paintings were there. Under the painting, which type of painting they used? Miniature. Miniature means short one. So miniature painting was given in the most of the decorative books. So most of the Sultan got their portrait made by the skilled artisans also during that time. Next, music. Next we talk about the music. The music also, the sultans were lover of music during that time. So Hindustani classical music was prevalent during that time. So Amir Khusrau, a famous poet and musician. We have to learn the name of musician Amir Khusrau, the main poet as well as musician, who contributed in the Persian music, lots of work done by him. Then he introduced Qawwali also, the main work of Amir Khusrau, Qawwali introduced by him, and the Ghazal, a beautiful combination of poetry and melody, that also introduced. So during that time, under the music, Amir Khusrau was their musician, and different type of instrument used by them for music, like sitar, sarangi, tabla, rabab. Clear? So these type of musical instrument used by them: rabab, sarangi, sitar, all these. Clear? So they use different musical instrument. Kathak, beautiful dance, that also patronize and perform in the court. During that time they love to saw the dance also. So during that time Kathak dance was done. Clear? Then bhakti saint like Mirabai, Kabir, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all these type of religious person, they used kirtans as well as bhajans during that time. Clear? So next one is language and literature. Language and literature. Which type of language used during that time? So Urdu, so blending of Persian and Hindu gave birth to a new language, that is Urdu. Urdu is a mixture of Hindu and Persian. Clear? So the word Urdu means camp. It was a language used in camp by soldiers with different nationalities to communicate with each other. So Urdu was the main language during that time. So Persian poet like Amir Khusrau, already we learn about the name of that person, poet as well as musician, and Amir Hassan, they wrote superb poetry in Persian language during that time. Clear? So Hindi, Persian as well as Urdu. Persian. Clear? So these type of language prevalent during that time. Clear? Hope the whole chapter is clear to you. Under the Delhi Sultanate, different topic discussed by us: society, administration and culture. Now try to solve the tick the right answer, fill in the blanks and true false. Thank you.